Hi everyone, Creative Lauri here. Welcome. Well, I wanted to do a quick little recap for my $25 a month grocery budget, how I live off of that. I have not done a recap in a very long time. Now, I can't remember. I know I took notes on it before the new year, but I completely, I don't even know where I put them because I've been decluttering and cleaning and tossing things out, but I've stayed within, and I wanted to share all of that with you. I stayed within the budget. Well, now I can't find it. But I do know that in December, I had an abundance of food, so it kind of carried over into January. So January, I think I only spent $15.50. I'll have to go back and do another video for that. But February, I believe I was right around $25. Maybe $1 under. And then for March, this month, that's the month I wanted to talk about because it's most current in my head. But I spent, I was over by $2.10. The reason I was over was because I bought 3 things for my stockpile. I went back to the discount store, grocery store, and got two more of those packages of the plant-based patties. They were like bean patties and they had different things in them. If I keep looking over here, it's because I have my ring light plugged into my laptop and I have to refresh my screen. So I was able to score 2 more, and there are 4 patties in there. So that is going to definitely stay in my stockpile. I bought one more thing, and that was, they were like the Beyond Burger patties, where they looked more like, ground beef, but they weren't. They were some other off-brand, and they were okay. They weren't as good for sure, but they were $2.49 for 2 really big patties. And my dad, I intended for them to be here so we could eat them in our stockpile later down, months later, because I really don't have much in my freezer at all for a stockpile. In fact, I really don't have much in my refrigerator either because I'm always kind of going through it. And by the end of the month, I'm ready to go and get more groceries. Well, we were doing taxes and it was kind of a hectic day. I had already cooked and we needed to eat again. And so I just used those. So I'm counting that towards my budget. But before that, why I went over by $2.10 was I went to Target and I was looking for cream cheese. I was craving it for some reason, and they had it, and it was $1.18. And then I had bought, what else did I get? A bag of vegetables, steamable vegetables. I bought 2 for my dad, and he was still within his budget, so he was fine. They were 99 cents each. I looked at my receipt, and the package I got was 89 cents. So actually, I think, yeah, that's right. So I was over by $2.10. But around, I think it was March 15th, I only had $2.50 left to my budget. But I had everything. I personally was just craving some cream cheese, and they were out of it. Target was constantly out of it, and I didn't want to spend $1 more than their brand or $2 more for Philadelphia. So I just thought I'll wait because I know I'll have to come back anyway. And I thought, I want some cabbage and rye bread. I could have gotten the cabbage for 99 cents, and I could have gotten some more rye bread for $1.88, the Walmart brand. But, I thought I don't really need any more bread, and I just finished up my cabbage, so really don't need it. I was just going to do it for the spirit of, St. Patty's Day, but I really didn't need it, so I waited, and I didn't really buy anything until probably a week later, and that's when I got the cream cheese. I guess it was a week later, cream cheese and then the vegetables. And I did not anticipate to use my stockpile that quickly, so that's why I put it in my budget. But anyways, it's not a fail. It was only $2.10 over budget. which is fine. But what I wanted to say is that if I can do it, $25 a month, you can do it. Now, I've been doing this for a year and through 2 months. No, yeah, because I started mid-January last year. We were buying $50 a month per person for myself and then 50 for my dad. My dad doesn't live here in this household, but he'll go shopping and I'll go shopping, and then we'll just bring each other the items. And so I thought, well, I wonder if we can do that challenge and just cut it in half. And it was literally a challenge just for myself. And we just have been able to do it. But now with inflation, but things are just maybe 10 cents, 25 cents, 50 cents more. Well, I don't have to buy it if I don't want to. I can make other choices in buying things. So, for instance, I just think some things at the Dollar Tree are too expensive now. They were pushing it at $1 for some things, but now that they're $1.25, I'm like, that's way too much. Like I love to get spicy brown mustard, and I did buy one for my stockpile. And now I wish I had waited, because I did a price comparison and it was, I think 88 cents it was 88 and had gone up to 98 cents at Walmart. So from now on, I'm going to do a price comparison before I go to Dollar Tree and make sure I'm making the right choice, which only takes about 5 minutes, because I just log in under my Walmart cart and I'll just, select certain things and see how much. And I know what the price is at Dollar Tree. I don't always know what it's going to be at Walmart. So it's good to do that little price comparison. And I'm glad I did, because now I will always know to get it at Walmart. So that's one thing. You just have to do a little price comparison. And me being pescatarian, not vegetarian, but I don't eat much fish at all lately. It's just really not in my budget. I think the last time I had fish was for Christmas Eve. Then I saved the rest of our salmon, and I had it. I can't remember when I had it, but I had it, I think, for Valentine's Day. I made myself a salmon patty, or not a salmon patty, a fillet. And so I really don't eat a whole lot of fish, especially now because the prices have gone up. And I don't even think I've had any tuna fish either. So I have a stockpile that I started in 2020, and I will maybe pick a couple things out of that. But for the most part, I try to replenish it. But I don't do it regularly. I just have been doing it more often in the last 3 months, just because of what's been going on. But I needed to replenish some of the beans that I had taken out of the stockpile, and some tomato sauce. But like I said, if I can live on $25 a month, and that is fresh produce and some legumes, I'll make various things. In fact, I don't know if you could see back there, that little pot right there, I just made some pinto beans. So I'm going to be making some tostadas, tacos. I'm just in the mood for that because it's very springy here lately. And I have a lot of leftover produce like tomatoes and romaine lettuce and a little bit of onions, so I can make some tacos and tostadas. And I'm kind of getting wanting that, so craving it. So I will be making those things. So I wanted pinto beans, and I also wanted to make enchiladas. I don't know, I just get in a mood for certain foods, and I get on a kick of it, and then I'll just eat that. So I am supplementing myself too from my stockpile, but not much, a little bit here and there, because I'm really not crazy about pasta. I'm trying different ways to like it, but I don't love it so much. I don't love potatoes, but I love rice. And I know rice is not great for me, but I love it. But I haven't really even been eating that. So I've been eating more just different things, I guess, and more eggs. But I've been needing it. I can tell my body was needing it. So when things are on a special price deal, like especially at like the discount stores, then I'll buy it because it's such a great price. And I figure get it now and I'll figure out what to make later. So for me, like I said before in some of my past videos, my menu is not dictated by what I'm in the mood for, generally speaking. I usually will have the items that I've purchased on sale, and then that dictates my menu. Now, I said I was in the mood for Mexican food, but I already had all of the items for Mexican food to make, so that was pretty easy for me. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with, what I'm able to make out of the things that I do buy. But I love salads, and that's why I'll always buy produce. And sometimes I run out of it sooner than later, which to me is okay. Let me see, how long have I been on here? Okay. And I just like to have, certain produce always on hand. So like tomatoes, onions, lettuce. I'm trying to look over here. And I love to have cilantro always on hand. And I hate that it has gone up. I'm used to buying it 2 bunches for $1. So when I see it for 79 cents, I'm like, oh, I don't want to buy it. But then I'm like, I should have bought it. I really am craving cilantro. So it goes so good in soups, stir fries, even when I make tuna fish, all my sandwiches, in my salads. I mean, I can use cilantro very quickly, and I need to grow that this year. So, did I grow it last year? I don't think no, I didn't. So I did get some seeds for it, but anyway, I really let what I have on hand dictate what I'm going to be eating. So because I know what I have on hand, I'm going to be making a Mexican couple of weeks on and off. I know the enchiladas that I make, I'll be sharing with my dad. So that'll probably last me like 4 to 5 days, the batch that I make myself, and same for him. And we both don't get tired of eating the same foods, but sometimes we'll switch it up. So, if we have enchiladas, sometimes I'll eat it for breakfast or dinner. It just doesn't matter. We kind of, or we'll skip a day, or maybe we'll serve it up a little different, put different toppings on it. I don't know. It doesn't bother me to eat the same foods over and over, especially if it's pizza. But, so I know that I'll be making enchiladas. This is what's going to be on my menu to come. Enchiladas, tostadas, tacos. I'm just about out of bread, but I did find some bread in my freezer. It's a loaf, and I have to cut it. So it's not my favorite kind, but it's bread nonetheless, and I can use it. But I do have a ton of taco shells that I had pre-bought months ago that are still good. And I believe they're organic also. And I got them for 10 cents, I think, a package. Crazy price. And I do still have some corn tortillas and flour tortillas in my refrigerator. So I'm just really more so wanting Mexican food, and I just so happen to have the items for it. Okay, let me look at my notes. And of course, salad. And I still have some produce. I still have a couple of grapefruits. They were so good. Oh my gosh. Those were some of the best grapefruits, because I think sometimes when you get the really big ones, they're not as sweet. But these were a perfect ratio of tart and sweet. And I think that's why I love grapefruits, because I'm not really huge into sweet items. But fruit I'm okay with if it's sweet. But I consider it more of my dessert. But what I love about grapefruits, or even oranges, or even lemons, is that it cleanses the palate like after you've eaten, and it really just takes everything out and you start with like a clean palate. I like that. I like that about citrus fruit. So I'm really glad I do have a lemon tree. But anyways, if you guys have any questions about how I do it on $25 a month, pretty much I've covered it in every video. I've always said you have to, look at your circulars. You have to only buy what's on sale, which I have. Basically, and like there's some staple items that I might buy that are always the same price. Of course they'll jump up with the inflation, but if I can always get those items for around the same price, that's my baseline, and then I know I can get maybe some sale items like what I've been finding. So like those hamburger patties, vegetarian hamburger patties. Now I have yet to find sustainable fish or shrimp at a good price. It's not going to be at the stores I'm shopping right now. Like I realize that Walmart doesn't have it. They come from farms usually, or if they're, wild caught, they're very expensive. And I know that the discount store that I've been shopping, it doesn't have wild caught usually. And also, what else? Shrimp as well. So I don't eat it. I don't eat it for now, and I'm fine with that. And I'm just having other things. Sometimes I can get that fish taste that I crave from like when I eat seaweed, little seaweed, paper, and which I love. So I just kind of work around it. I always have the basics that I like to get, maybe a loaf of bread, some tortillas, cheese. And I go through phases of cheese too, where I'm like craving it or I'm not craving it. Sorry, I'm getting some text messages on my phone. But I usually always buy those things. I haven't had to buy coffee because my sister usually gifts it to me for Christmas and my birthday. My birthday's in July, and then December is for Christmas. I always seem to have like enough coffee to get me through the year. And she doesn't just like buy me one package. She'll buy me multiples, which is great. I really haven't had to buy coffee. I bought a little bit of it in my stockpile, but let's see, what else? I don't buy water. I don't buy sodas, but I will buy some carbonated water sometimes just to have in my stockpile in case like I get an upset stomach. I like to have that on hand. But yeah, I mean, I would say I always buy produce too. So romaine lettuce, tomatoes, onions, cilantro or green onions, or sometimes both, and the red onions. I love to have red onions. So sometimes when I go shopping, I'll find, pizza dough or something to make a pizza out of, like a naan bread, and I'll get that. I can make it out of whatever I have on hand here. It's that easy. I can make any kind of Mexican food usually all the time. I can make Asian dishes, East Indian dishes all the time from what I always have on hand. And sometimes I'll buy like some more lentils or chickpeas because I really do love eating hummus, and this last batch that I made was really good. So I have to remember to always put in cardamom and ginger because that really just gave it a little zing to it, like a zesty, almost citrus taste to it. I mean, there is lemon juice in it, but it just took it up a notch. It complemented that lemon juice. It was so good. So that's it. That's basically, I keep getting text messages. That's basically it, guys. I'm going to get going because I have a feeling my friend is going to keep texting me. And I do have to go feed the feral cats. So I will be back. I'm going to do another video on that shortly. because, yeah, I'm having a hard time feeding them, affording to feed them, I should say. But I'm going to do a video on it. And I want to show you them more again. Maybe tonight if I get out there before it's dark completely, I'll try to get some footage. But that's it. If you guys have any questions, this video is long enough. Let me know what you're thinking, what you do to save money on your bill, and put it down in the comments. And I'll always try to post videos at the end of my video, or if I put my finger up like that in the iCards above, but I'm not going to put one right now. I'll just put them at the end of the video. And if I'll have my second channel, my jewelry channel, in the description box. That's always there. That is it. I would love to see and know and hear from you all. And I say see because I am friends with some of my YouTube friends, and I do talk to them, and I have seen a couple of them, and I was supposed to have seen one of them tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to meet up with her as early as planned, but maybe still meet with her. But I would like to hear from you guys to see how you're, shaving off your budget somehow, and where you're saving and what you're getting. And I find that to be so helpful for myself and for others that are reading the comments, because I like to read comments also. So have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. And I will see you all later, if not on my second channel, Creative Lauri's Jewelry and Gems, when I sell jewelry, my dad's jewelry. If not here when I post all my videos, and I'm trying to be more regular about it, and I'm trying to appear more in my videos, and we'll go from there. But I'm trying to get very regular. I'm kind of starting over my channel, as you've noticed, but I like the route I'm going. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop decor, because I am a home stager after all. So I will still be doing decor, but during the pandemic I wasn't really. So and I kind of lost interest for a little bit, to be honest, because of what was going on. So I still decorated, but I just didn't do videos on it. Anyways, I will see you all later, and I look forward to seeing comments from you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.